So, welcome everybody to Carver's Twigs Bird of the Day. Today we're going to have a nice quiet bird of the day. A nice relaxing, soft, and gentle bird of the day. Because that's what bird of the day is all about. Being nice, but nice and quiet.
Everybody
And,
just
yeah,
put your feet up.
guys, put your feet up.
Put your head back.
Get relaxed. We're gonna
Think
we're gonna
about
have a nice
the stream.
nice little quiet stream talking about a bird.
Snowfall.
Ah! What was that?
Ah!
It's
Ah!
giant scrim.
A
Loud
scram!
scrim.
Who
That's
scrammed?
Today's bird of the day is the white bellbird.
It's not a bellbird sound. That's just my scree.
Yeah. That sound you heard was the white bellbird. Look at this little guy. Little white bird with a weird thing hanging down from his nose.
Dangler.
He's got a dangler, folks. He's got
a face
dangler. Let me tell you a little bit about the white bellbird. Well, they can get up to 11 inches long, but their wingspan's actually kind of small for their length. It's only like 6 to 7 inch wingspan. I don't know. That didn't seem right because like one place said 11 inches long, but 6 to 7 seems like a really small wingspan for an 11-inch bird. Usually it's like twice their length. And, it gets skewed if they have a really long tail, but their tail doesn't look too long. I don't think all this information is accurate. Maybe it's a 6 to 7 inch wing cord, and that's how long each wing is from tip of wing to body. That would make more sense to me.
Right.
Yeah. And weighing 8 to 9 ounces. 8 to 9 ounces also seems heavy for a bird this size. But, hey, sorry to say, they are little passerines. So they are in the same order as old me and all the other little songbirds.
you.
They do have about an 8-year lifespan, so it's pretty good for a passerine. Not too bad. And as you can see by the map there, they live in the northern part of South America. So a lot of Venezuela, and then Guyana, French Guiana, Suriname, and Brazil. And, you know, one of the little green dots up there, that larger green dot north of Venezuela, you know what island that is? That is the Isle of Tortuga! Famous in so many pirate stories.
You have been waiting all day to say that.
I have been waiting to talk about Tortuga. Which is funny because Tortuga is Spanish and Portuguese word for tortoise.
Tortoise.
Yeah. Yeah, neat little birds. So, that little dangle from the thing is called a wattle. And only the males have him. So if you see a white bellbird and he's got a weird thing hanging from his nose like a turkey, that's the boy. The females do not have that, and they're also more of an olive color than the white. But the wattle and the sound they make and their appearance, that's pretty much how they attract a mate. They'll do the call out to attract a mate. Then the mate will come, and they'll, like, twirl their wattle around and do a little wattle dance.
Take out their... They do the helicopter with their schnoz.
They helicopter with their wattle. That's what they do. And then the female will be like, yeah, sure, I like your wattle. And then he'll stick his other wattle into her. And then the males pretty much fuck off at that point. The females then build the nest up in tall trees. And the females do all the incubating. The male might stick around and help feed her while she incubates. But for the most part, he's not going to be sticking around too much. And then once the babies are born, the female does all of the child rearing. She's not very good dads. They don't do any incubation. They don't raise the babies. They're just like, you deal with a woman. But fortunately, she only has to deal with 1 to 2 eggs per clutch. So that's not too many. I mean, some small passerines can get up to like 13. That's too many babies.
It's too many
babies.
It's too many.
Yeah. 1 to 2 eggs per clutch. And they might do a couple clutches a year. They don't really have a set mating season because they're kind of in a tropical area. So it's just like they have babies whenever, really. They don't need spring, winter time.
They're down for getting down any old time.
Now, the thing about these guys is... Oh, Jesus Christ, that video player is freaking gigantic. Why is it so big? Why is it so big? Why is it so big, Luna? It's supposed to fit up...
That's what she said.
All right. Well, these little guys, they're picked out because they're a very special bird. In fact, they have a title that they have earned. Here's a Type 1 song that they do. Yeah, that was not a fire alarm. That was a bird.
No.
Yeah, listen to that. On average, 108 decibels, peaking at 116.
I just love the unhinged jaw scream.
Type 2
Just the-
songs, average of 116 decibel, peaks at 125.4. That's so goddamn loud.
So goddamn loud.
So, that means that they are the loudest bird on the planet. 125 decibels. That's so goddamn loud. You're laughing at my fake picture?
Fake.
Okay, so one thing that happened is that for a long time, artist depictions, such as the one on the right, said that white bellbirds were able to take their wattle and stick them straight up and, like, basically, like, they thought maybe they blew air into it and was able to have them be fully erect and stay that way. It turns out, no, that's not a thing that could happen, but it's a thing that, like, early ornithologists said could happen. And they brought, like, a specimen back, and, like, rigor mortis had made it stiff. They're like, look, see, it stays stiff. No,
The unicorn bird.
They cannot stand their waddle up on end. They may be able to, like, swing it around and have it be straight while they're doing their helicopter dance, but this picture right here is not a thing they could do. It's fake. It's fake.
It's fake. No,
Okay.
only.
Yeah. Moving on. They are the loudest bird on the planet. 125 decibels is really goddamn loud, people. Like, that's, like, louder than a rock concert loud. That's nearing jet engine loud. It's
Hot damn.
insane.
That's hearing loss loud.
Oh, yeah. Like, that would hurt to have one of these guys scream next to you. They just open their mouth and just, ah! And it's just, like, it sounds like a, that wasn't even a good thing. That was too raspy. It's just, I can't do it.
I would like this bird to accompany me to the clubs to fend off any unwanted suitors by just screaming at them.
Just so goddamn loud. Why you gotta be so loud? Well, I said they'd use that call to call mates. And only the males do that. So,
Hey!
yeah,
Hey, you pretty lady!
I swear, it sounds just like a fire alarm.
Yeah.
Like a horrible, it's not even a good call, but I mean, yeah, I suppose you're gonna be that loud, but how do they do it? Yeah. Yeah, so loud. So loud. But these little guys are almost all vegetarian. Fruit is their favorite food. They love to eat little fruits, berries, whatever they can get a hold of. They'll also have, like, nuts and stuff if they want. And then occasionally, rarely, they'll eat some insects. But fruit is their favorite thing to have. In fact, they've been seen to take, like a pretty good-sized berry and just swallow it whole. Just, no. Delicious. Stick a grape down his throat. You'd be like, that's cool. Yeah. Another interesting thing is that when ornithologists have handled these little fellas, apparently they are much more muscle dense. So, you know what? I was saying, why do they weigh so much? Apparently, yeah, it must be because they have so much more muscle density. Like, apparently they're
jacked.
Yeah, they're jacked. Muscly little birds.
They do not skip wing day.
Yeah, so I guess that explains why they weigh so much, but I'm guessing then because of that weight, they must have to really flap their wings hard to stay airborne. Yeah. But the thing is that there really isn't that much known about them. They live in the dense jungle areas of those countries I was talking about. They're not really suburban birds or urban birds, so they haven't been as thoroughly studied as other birds I've done. But in fact, it was only recently, like in the last 10 years, that they discovered that these were, in fact, the loudest bird on the planet. There's another one that had the record at 118, and these guys are like, 118? Screw you, 125. Remember, that's a logarithmic scale. 128 is, I think it's like every 10 is twice as loud.
Oh.
If that makes sense. So like 115 to 128 is like 80% louder, if that makes sense. I think that's how it works.
Yes.
But the studies of their populations have luckily shown these guys are of least concern. So their populations are stable, and there's no huge threats to their territory. But of course, they live in Amazon. The Amazon is always under threat because Bolsonaro is a fucking fascist. Not that I want to get political.
They scream their enemies to death.
They scream. So what am I... Yeah.
Ah!
I love this picture.
I just love...
You know what the best part about the picture is? The mouth isn't just open, it's a completely black void.
Yes. There's no depth or indication.
No tongue, no light roof of mouth, just ah.
Be anything in there.
So my thoughts, I'm sorry, Luna, I can't say this is one of my favorite birds.
That's
because,
okay.
Well, for one, they're pretty solitary. Their dads are a bunch of deadbeats, don't help raise their kids.
Dads.
And
Yeah.
I hate noisy neighbors. Please be quiet. I'm trying to sleep. I can admire that they're the loudest bird in the world, but I mean, come on. Do you want to be hanging around somebody who is making a shitload of noise while flipping his waddle all over the place?
Listen, if I can stand at a distance and laugh at his gaping maw while he screams into the distance, that makes me smile. It's not. I'll put it this way: it's not even close to. It's not even in my top 10 of favorite birds. But like you said, I can respect that it is the top of its class for what it does.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta respect that. You gotta respect that. So, can I say, is this a bird I like? Yeah, maybe. I like the bird. I mean, I like talking about him. I think he's interesting.
I think he's interesting.
I admire the loud noise, but as far as neighbors go, no, sorry, please stay away.
I'd have to know more about him. I'd have to know more about him to judge for sure. I think he's interesting. Sort of like in the way, like a cassowary is interesting, but they're assholes.
They're really not. compared to like, say, the Australian magpie.
Well, yeah. I mean, magpie as a group.
Yeah. I mean, cassowaries are capable of murdering you, but they rarely do.
They think about it all the time, though.
Maybe. I feel like emus... Oh, no. Emus don't have anything going on in their brains.
No.
No, you know what Australian bird is constantly thinking about murder is the cockatiel.
Yes.
But they're so little. Yeah. But, so yeah. I guess that's my thoughts on them. We've had your thoughts. So we're going to call this bird of the day done. And go back to having a nice quiet stream.
What number is this? What number bird of the day is this?
Like 161 or something? 162?
Hot damn.
Somewhere around that. Yeah. Yeah. I've done a lot of bird of the days. Almost at 200. But there's still some, like, really, like, popular, amazing birds I haven't done yet. For example, I haven't done the common rock pigeon. You know, that's a pigeon that you see all across the country. I haven't done that. I haven't done kookaburras.
Ah.
I love kookaburras. I haven't done cockatoos.
Have you done kingfishers?
I did the common kingfisher, but that was kind of an early one, so I might do a different species of kingfisher just to give a little refresher on them. Because, yeah, kingfisher is a family of birds. There's many species of kingfisher.
Yes.
Yeah, so many great birds. It's like, yeah, you're near 200. You're running out, Twig? I'm never going to run out. There are so many amazing birds to talk about. So check in next time for more amazing birds.
Many birds.
All right, let's get back to the studio.